Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for mid-May right through to mid-June 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your career reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, your 5th house is currently governing you, and that is the pursuit of pleasure. So some of you will be approaching your work with more joie de vivre, a little bit more confidence and optimism, but at the same time, you're going to be very creative and productive as well. Now, of course, there are things within our career sector that we perhaps do not like doing. Maybe networking or filing or, doing taxes, whatever it is that you do not enjoy doing, you may find an alternative approach so that you can streamline your energy, be more efficient, but also enjoy more of what you do. And if you're in a working environment where perhaps you are not enjoying yourself, this is definitely a time to recalibrate your focus in order to make your goals become a reality, but having fun along the way, okay? Now, also your 12th house is starred during this time, and that's really a bit of an odd cycle where you may feel like withdrawing in order to refocus your energy, to recharge your batteries, and make major changes in your career sector. Now, during a 12th house energy, there does tend to be some moments of doubt or fear or, discovering areas where you feel things are not working so well for you, but they are there to help you make the changes necessary to step into your power, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, and Angels. Can you please guide? Yeah, there's your 12th house, rather, influence with the self-reflection. So really thinking about the things that drain you, looking at your accomplishments where you feel like you're winning in your career, and trying to bring more of that into your everyday. Now, some of you may have been feeling there's been a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and you're trying to find balance. You've been patiently and diligently working towards something, and what I see here is a sustained effort brings you the rewards that you deserve and desire. But with the Equilibrium card, this really is about moderation, okay? But it's a really interesting card. When you get the Temperance card, because that's its equivalent, the Temperance card is really about your life's purpose. You're being asked to re-examine your priorities, see what parts of your career are in complete disharmony so that you can readdress the balance. Some of you may be actually focusing or asking about your purpose. You may be actually wondering if you're on your true life's purpose path. And if you're not, you may be curious about other opportunities that put you in a position to enjoy what you do and to step into your power. Okay, now, you got the World card here, so you're going to be very productive in the next 6 weeks, and you're going to hit the mark when it comes to your goals. But also, I feel your main focus this month is about bringing more finances into your everyday environment. So some of you may be trying to find creative ways to increase your finances or step into leadership positions. And I definitely see that some of you may be even moving on into a new career sector in order to bring more reward. Okay. Now, your first card there is, of course, the Temperance card. So this is about balance, but it's also about reassessing your life's meaning and purpose, and seeing where your heart desires years to go, especially when you've got this card in connection with your 5th house. Now, it's so interesting. I'm actually going to go and basically I do a little meditation before I start the reading. Okay, I do 10 minutes and I write things down that come through. I'm actually going to scooch over here and sort of rip off what I wrote down here, and I'm telling you why it's relevant, because I could see a tree in the water that looked like a money tree, okay, and it represents good luck, prosperity, abundance. And you actually have, there it is right there, okay, money tree. I hope we can see that there. Money tree. And what else did I write there? Money tree, trunk is twisted or knotted, represents good fortune and luck. They gave me Pachira aquatica, and there may be something to do with feng shui there. So some of you may be rearranging your home space in order to bring in more wealth. Or what I'm seeing here is that someone may have gifted you a money plant or money tree, or you may have bought one, or you may be looking at buying one or housing one. Or if you're going for an interview or a place where you work, you may find that there is one. You're attracting more wealth and opportunity. And why it's interesting is because not only do you have the tree there, okay, but also you have it crossed with a King of Pentacles. So I definitely see a desire to increase your finances coming through for you, okay? And I feel like your diligence, your hard work is actually going to pay off. Now, I feel like you're in the flow, and some of you may be wondering where you belong with your career, especially since we've got here like a big old map. Some of you may be thinking about emigrating or working abroad and looking into like taxes or legalities, or, you know, the details of how to restructure your career. And if you're thinking of staying where you're at right now, I feel like you're just trying to bring a little bit more harmony into the environment. And some of you may have been a little bit uninspired recently in your career. And don't shoot the messenger when I say this. I feel there's just this low morale energy coming through briefly, and you may have felt that you're just doing enough to keep ticking by at the moment. And it's not because you don't want to put more effort in there. I feel it's because either you have low energy, or you're feeling a little bit exhausted, or you're trying to research new opportunities. Some of you may have put your resume out there to find new opportunities to interview for. Or you've got new ideas of setting something up, an entrepreneurship, maybe your own business, you're becoming your own boss. I definitely see some of you neglecting, again, don't shoot the messenger, neglecting some aspect of your career because it's just become a little bit mundane, in order to focus or refocus on something that's a little bit more exciting, that will bring more reward and opportunity. Now, this could be that you're heading for a promotion or a raise, but I feel like your directional focus has slightly shifted in this reading. So I'm not really sure why or how, but I mean, for everyone, your career is going to be different, whoever is watching, but I get a sense of the energy of a refocus towards what brings in more money, okay? Now, also, of course, it's about enjoying what you do. It's not all about finances, but I feel right now you're keeping an eye on your finances and trying to increase. I definitely see a leadership position being available to you, stepping up, you know, moving through the ranks. So some of you may step into a managerial role or into a partnership role. Some of you may even CEO role. You may set up your own business, as I said there. We've got the Page of Swords, which is like curious about new ideas and new directions. This is also about opening yourself up to your thoughts, wondering what if I made these changes? What if I went abroad? What if I reached out to another company? What if I explore my options at this time and see what else is out there? So I really feel you're curious about what else is out there. I do feel the catalyst for change for you is some sort of good news or news coming in for you. Pages tend to bring information. So I do feel there's going to be something that comes in that you're going to be very curious about exploring a little bit further. Now, this could come from someone who's in a position of power. If you work in a company, someone wants to elevate you. It could be an appraisal that you have where you feel, well, it actually goes very well if you're getting an appraisal. I feel they see you taking the initiative. You're very talented and gifted at what you do, and they want to step you into a leadership position here. I also see, and I see that actually even people in positions of power around you, they don't hold a candle to you. You know, you do more work than they do. You are very gifted. You are make a better leader than these people. You're more organized is what they're showing me as well. And I feel like they know that. But there's one person in particular who really takes a shine to you and wants to elevate you. Now, if you work for your own company or you are your own boss, I definitely see new ideas coming towards you in the next 6 weeks, things that you will implement that will actually bring in more attention, more finances, and set you on a path to reach a personal goal. Okay, so whatever your personal goal is, for some of you it may be to get a new client, it could also be to get a raise in your finances, it could also be to get more attention if you run a channel, for example, or a social media platform. I definitely see leadership here for you. Now, King of Pentacles is a very interesting card because it does mean that you are very good at what you do. You are a pro at what you do, but it also can indicate that whilst you're very smart and you're going to reap the rewards of all your hard work and you've got very good business sense, sometimes you may feel a little bit bored, unstretched, unmotivated because you're capable of more, okay, is what I'm seeing here. And I hate to deliver that message because sometimes when I hear you're capable of more, it transports me back to my school days where each teacher was saying you're capable of more, you're capable of more. Why are you always like lost and staring out the window? Well, what they didn't know, and I was afraid to say, was I was having all these visions come to me and I didn't understand what they were. Suddenly I'd be like transported to a different time, or I'd lose my attention and I could see like someone doing some washing and I'm sitting in a class and I'm like, I don't understand what these things are. So I couldn't actually say that. But I also felt that I was unstretched, so I was allowing my attention to drift. So some of you recently may have been feeling that your attention has been drifting and sort of imagining or reimagining all the potential possibilities for your advancement in your career. I definitely see you using your knowledge and your wisdom to attract more abundance, and you're magnetizing more reward towards you. I actually see a desire here to enjoy your work and to get busy doing. Lots of good communication skills, negotiating better deals, and being a lot more organized than perhaps you normally are. And you tend to be someone who is very, very organized, my beautiful Capricorn. Now, we do have the Emperor. It's in the reverse position. So some of you may have been dealing with a very immature person who has a bit of an ego, who has been perhaps, trying to micromanage you or in some way abuse their power. You'll hear that this person leaves. Now, it's really interesting because I'm getting a similar message for some other signs as well. I just did a Gemini reading and that message came through there. And I think there was also one in Libra. So, but I see someone who is in a very important position leaving a position. Now, if you're in a very important position, I feel some of you are going to be leaving to pastures new. What I see here is that if you're leaving a situation, it's because you feel that you're not respected. You may feel that people undervalue you or do not notice the talents and the gifts that you bring to a situation. Also, you may feel that the money's not right. You may feel that you have a lot of experience and you're really great at what you do. You are very gifted and you just feel that the financial recompense is not worth it right now. So you're looking further afield for other opportunities that bring in more finances, even if you're just keeping your eye open right now and staying where you're at in order to save the finances before you make a leap of faith into a new opportunity. I definitely see you're playing a very clever game in your career, and it's not really a game. It's like you're taking things very seriously. You have a lot of experience, but during this time, especially because your 12th house is influencing you, you may actually start to look at situations where people have undermined you, undervalued you, or felt, took your skills for granted, okay? But this card, it's in the resistance position here. So by the end of the 6 weeks, it's in the upright, which means you're going to be in a very important position. Yes, you may feel like you've got a lot of responsibilities on, but I do feel like some of you may take more responsibility at work, but be more financially recompensed for it. This is also a lot of respect. And I feel like you're looking at the long game. You're looking at your 5 or 10-year plan and you're strategizing for success. Now, some of you may have been a bit strict with yourself, recently in terms of your budget, finding alternative ways to make a little go a long way, which is very, very good there. But the Ten of Swords in the resistance position really indicates that you're ready for a new start. You may feel that someone in your working environment or someone in your immediate environment, doesn't have to be your working environment, it could be your friends or it could be a family member. You may feel that they haven't been supportive recently, or you may have felt that there's been a situation where you feel something's run its course. You may feel that you're capable of more, okay, with the Emperor energy, which is you're capable of going to the top, being, a boss or being someone who owns their own business. And you may feel that you've hit a glass ceiling in your career and it's time to move to the next level. But the position let me get my teeth back in my mouth, the position that you're in does not offer those opportunities. So you may need to take yourself further afield. The Ten of Swords doesn't always have to be like a painful ending of a situation. It can be an old way of thinking that is changing, and you are having more confidence in your skills, and you're not undervaluing or underselling yourself and your skills. You're deserving of the best. Sometimes humans, we actually accept less than we truly deserve. So if you are going for an interview, if you've come to this reading and you don't have a job right now and you're going for an interview as well, I feel don't settle for less than you truly deserve, okay? If a position is going for a certain amount of money, you can always negotiate a better deal. You've got the Page of Swords on your side, which indicates you're going to be very eloquent, especially after the 14th of May, okay, when Mercury starts going direct. After that, this is a prime time to pitch yourself and your skills to get a really great opportunity. Also, the Ten of Swords indicates you're open to new experiences. You're thankful for all that you've achieved so far, but now you're responding differently, or you're evolving in a situation where you have a lot of smarts, you're very intelligent, and you feel it's time to step into a new role or a position in order to maximize your gifts and bring in more finances as well. I feel like you're smashing through a glass ceiling at this point. Now, some of you in the next 6 weeks will be accepted for a promotion or a raise or an opportunity that elevates you. You're going from King of Pentacles energy to Emperor energy. Be a little bit mindful that when you step into a new role with more responsibility, it does mean less time for you, potentially less time for your family as well. So make sure it's something that you really enjoy doing. That's the most important. Now, we do have an Ace of Swords here. Breakthrough. This is fate intervening to bring you an opportunity. With the Ace of Swords, it indicates you have a very sharp mind, and any ideas that you have will, the courage of your conviction, they will bring a lot of success. Also, this card, it is a card of achievement, but it is to know that you will be successful. As you can see, the crown chakra, the crown there goes on the crown chakra. That is to know that there is a breakthrough, that there is success. Also, if you've had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders recently, I do feel like you're going to be releasing that, okay? If you've been feeling also a little bit confused about direction in your career, or you felt really overloaded, I definitely see you taking control and doing some stress management, or trying to manage your time more efficiently so that you have more clarity and you're not overwhelmed. Now, also this Ace of Swords energy, if there's someone here who's been abusing their power, I definitely see that they are leaving your environment. They will leave you alone, let's put it that way. But I also see that this person will have to take accountability for their actions, okay? So some of you may you may have taken someone to HR for a discussion, because swords are all about communication. Now, this part's not going to resonate for everyone. If you've been having difficulties with a colleague, or you've been having difficulties with a governing body, or or even people with positions of power, you may have felt that the government or establishments are tightening their reign over independent creatives, or people who actually make their own finances. I do feel there will be a bit of a breakthrough, and there will be an opportunity here for you to approach your situation and find a creative solution to a difficult situation. I actually see you having a major breakthrough. So even if you felt the pressure's been on recently, or things have not been favoring you and it hasn't been fair, I feel the odds are in your favor. And I do feel that there is a reshift and some really good karma is coming in your career as well. This is a perfect time for you to open up to new projects, new ideas. If you're pitching an idea or you are promoting yourself in any way, or even going for an appraisal, I do feel that you may come across someone who is very guarded, someone who's like a brick wall, okay? So if you're pitching your idea to someone and they've got like no expression on their face and they're just looking at you, and you make this, pitch to like a dead room almost, this person actually really respects you and they're listening. But it's almost like they're testing you to see if you could be put off your game, because when you're moving into the big league, the way that they're giving this to me, when you're moving into the big league, they're wondering, can you be distracted? Can you be derailed? Can anyone put you off your path or distract your thoughts? And I actually see you really taking control of the situation and powering on through and actually being an absolute success. Only at the end will the person say, that was incredible. You didn't allow my energy to change your energy. And I think that's what they're testing you for. So just watch out for that. I do see a test coming with someone who's in a position in a working environment. Nobody likes to be tested, but I definitely see it coming through there, okay? Now this, I feel it's more like either in an interview or a pitch situation. So if you are going for an interview or a pitch, there's something there for you with that. Now, I feel some of you may have had creative blocks recently, or just felt really uninspired in your career and just felt like you're in a monotonous cycle of the same old thing, just a different day. Things will change and get easier for you. You may feel a little bit more sensitive than usual though. The Moon card is really about reflection, self-reflection, and looking at your goals and your dreams and seeing how they are obtainable. But with the Justice card, the cause and effect card there, this is really about checking in to see if you're on the right path and looking at what effort, what initiative you have to take in order to get whatever it is that you want done. Now remember, with the Moon card, this can throw up some doubts, okay? So they really want you to have confidence in your wonderful self. But also the 12th house is not helping that, because sometimes it can make us feel like imposter syndrome, or it can make us feel that we're not good enough, or that the dedication will not pay off. But actually you are making progress, okay? Now also the Moon card indicates that some of you may be cautious about signing a contract or signing something. Please do your due diligence. Make sure you read all the fine print there, especially if you've been in a position for a long time. The King of Pentacles can suggest that you have been in a position for a long time, or you are very good at what you do, you're very knowledgeable, and you don't suffer fools gladly. But if you've been in a position for a long time and suddenly the establishment comes along with a new contract for you to sign, make sure that you are given your benefits or your bonuses or whatever it is that you've been getting for the last however many years, because they may try to, leave them out of your contract. So just watch out for that. Any new contract that's signed is starting from now with new working practices and rules and regulations, okay? So just make sure. I do feel if you question it, there is a potential that you can negotiate a better deal for yourself, but there may be a place where you feel you've run your course at that place and you want to move on to something a little bit more exciting. Ultimately, they're indicating through a difficult time, or if you've been struggling recently, even struggling with something personal, that you may be struggling with the end of a relationship, or the end of, some of you may be separated from someone or estranged from something. You may have something else on your mind when you're at work. But be a little bit mindful, because there is someone in a position of power who is watching you, okay? They're watching you because they want to elevate you. So I do feel like you're being noticed at this time. So just, keep your eye on the prize. Now also with the Moon card, it does indicate that out of the blue, there's an opportunity that you're not even expecting, okay? So it can indicate that great opportunities lie in the shadows, awaiting the perfect moment for realization. So even if you're just talking by the water cooler with somebody and you're like, you know, I'd love to elevate, or I'd love to bring a little bit more of this into my career. They're like, you know what, I'm going to make that happen, or I'm going to put, you know, a word in for you. And then it starts the ball rolling. It's like in the most unusual circumstances, you will find that you're being elevated or promoted in your career. Now, if you work for yourself and you're an entrepreneur, I definitely see that you may have some issues with either governmental rules, regulations. I mean, there may be some changes or restructures, maybe even like changes to the tax bracket or something like that, that you will have to either negotiate or look at and get clear on. But it's all plain sailing once you understand the issues at hand and make the changes. Like you may need to sign new contracts, or you may need to really focus on reading some documentation that will help you in your career. I also feel like paperwork, there's going to be a lot of it. You're going to be very productive in the next couple of weeks, okay? Now, this is basically the Justice card, which is connected to the law of attraction. The effort that you put in will be the rewards that you get out, okay? So I do feel that you will get justice for all the effort that you're putting in. You're going to be in the flow of things. It's like a butterfly effect. Everything that you do or have been doing is actually going to bear fruit. Because, I mean, I guess they want me to say bear fruit because they're actually showing me a bowl of fruit right now in the water. Now, either you've just set a bowl of fruit as you're listening to this reading. There could be something in this message for you. If not, I feel spiritually it means you're going to have a healthier approach to your working environment, towards your goals. You will be rewarded for hard work, like harvest time, the fruits of your labor sort of thing. It can also indicate, oh wow, that's really weird. It can also indicate if you, okay, I'm going to have to get clear on this energy, okay? If you are working for a company that typically gets like a fruit basket every week or in your working environment, it seems to be like taken away, okay? It's a measure of the company tightening their budget, okay? So that's coming through briefly there. So if you notice, if you work for a company and every week without fail or every month without fail, they provide a fruit basket for, you know, workers' morale, or, you know, just to encourage healthy eating, whatever it is, if you notice it gets taken away, they're giving me the word thrift. Okay, so they're saving, they're tightening their purse strings. So it can be an indication that the company is preparing for economic difficulties. Okay, so I'm just going to put it like that. It's something to notice. It may not resonate for everyone, but it's coming through. I have to be honest and give you the messages I'm being given, okay? Also, this is a card of legality. So some of you may be stepping into a legal profession in a new opportunity, or you may end a career in a legal profession in order to go into something a little bit more creative. Or if you work in an office, you may actually go into something that's a little bit more creative. With the cause and effect, if you've been going through a legality with an old employee or an ex-employee, I definitely see that they will take accountability for their actions and you will be rewarded. I feel like that case comes to an end and you reach your goal. You'll actually be happy and you'll just move on to the next, and you'll feel you'll wish it never happened, but you're happy that it's over and you're moving on, okay? Now, also we got the World card, which means that you are going to be very productive in the next 6 weeks, but also very successful. You're going to hit all of the deadlines if you've got any, but also this is about reaching your goal and then being on to the next and on to the next. The World card is about completing tasks. So I do feel like you are going to be in a cycle of doing. Some of you may even book a vacation or a holiday at the end of May into June. It may be something that you just book, or you're going to take a holiday. It may be, I feel like it's abroad, okay, overseas, and you're going to really enjoy that. But it also gives you time to refocus your career goals and get back on track if you felt exhausted and a little bit chaotic in your energy. If you've been feeling low motivation or drive, or you just felt like you just don't have the energy to, you know, keep on doing the same thing. I feel like there is a new approach to your work when you come back from that vacation, or even a little bit of a rest. Now, the World card also indicates you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunity. Whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. So if you feel like you're up for a promotion, or someone told you that there was a new position available for you and it didn't come through, there's definitely something new on the horizon that's even better than before. So what is meant for you will never pass you by, okay? Now, also, the World card indicates success, okay? So I feel balance, success, and movement in your career. I definitely see you entering a new era in your career where you're going to be a little bit more excited, you're going to have a lot more freedom, and also creative expression is important. This is a card of being unstoppable, or unstoppable, should I say. Unstoppable is not really a word. Unstoppable in your desires. This is about reaching your goals, trusting your vision, and having confidence in the path that you're on. And you are on the right path. I definitely see an opportunity coming on in for you. So if you're looking for something new, or you're exploring your options at this time and having the courage to look further afield, there's definitely an enterprising opportunity coming your way that helps you elevate in your career. And you are the right person for the job because you have a brilliant mind. You're so gifted and talented at what you do. And the Knight of Wands actually indicates that you are like a task master. So you are someone who focuses on what you want to do and you get the job done. No time wasters, please. That's what they're giving me. No time wasters, please. So I feel like you're not wasting your time. You're moving on to the next goal. You're smashing your goals and your deadlines out of the park. Also, the Knight of Wands is an entrepreneurial card. So if you're thinking about launching a new business, or you have your own business, you're an entrepreneur, I feel the ideas that you have to bring in more, finances, or more clients, or more attention to your business, that's going to thrive over the next 6 weeks. You're actually magnetizing more opportunity towards you. Now, the Knight of Wands tends to be someone who is determined for a new adventure. So if you're feeling a little bit stuck in a rut with your career, I definitely see you putting your attention out there and finding an opportunity that you will love, that brings a little bit more spontaneity and enjoyment into what you do, especially since your 5th house is governing you at this time. And I see it being a little bit more creative. Okay, some of you may also have international links, so you may get something online, for example. Some of you may do something creative online, set up like an Etsy store, or actually set up a social media platform. I definitely see you stepping into a more powerful position, or something that brings more status, more respect, and it helps you plan for the future and reach your goals. So very positive time as you move ahead, but I feel like you're using your smarts to reach your full potential. Look, you literally got the potential card there as well. Now, as I'm pulling these cards, they're giving me a song. One moment, please. I just need to really focus on that song. Even when the best are falling, I'm still standing. I'm still climbing. Okay, so even if there's difficulties or people, I feel like you're moving past all those people for success. And maybe, as we mature, we start to, our passion or our fire starts to dampen a little bit, and we start to be a little bit more logical about things. We certainly do not suffer fools gladly, and the passions that we had where we were eager to do everything in our career, you may be a little bit more discerning about the things that you do in your career so that you don't waste your time. Maybe that's what the energy is that's coming through. That song, it sounds so familiar. I want to say it's called Watch Me Rise. I think it is. I think it's called Watch Me Rise. Can't really remember right now who it's by, to be honest. It may have come up in a reading before, but I can't really 100% say that for sure. It just feels really familiar. So they want 4 cards for you, so I'm going to give that. Cutting edge. Yeah. So we got potential. And it says here, trying out your wings, budding talent, restlessness, air travel, upwards progress. So those things definitely got mentioned in this reading. Either starting something new, feeling restless in your position, wanting to level up and moving forward. We've also got quick return. So it says efforts are rewarded, temp work, fast pace, physical loan, interest commission. I definitely see fast pace because look at that Knight of Wands. That is a lot of quick movement. Okay, so things heading in the right direction at speed. So if you felt things are a little bit stagnant recently, there's going to be a little bit more pace as you move into June. We've also got connected. I really feel this is could be like internet. It says here, high vibe tribe, network, rise up, get ahead, co-op, collaboration, win-win. I mean, whenever you look up the Justice card in Tarot, it literally means win-win. Okay, so it's interesting that the energies in different decks are kind of merging here. But, I mean, even that song, I think it's called Watch Me Rise, if I'm right, and it says rise up here. So I definitely see elevation in your career and you reaching full potential. It says cutting edge. So stepping into a maverick kind of role. Wield your power, cut expenses, innovative, open, aggressive, takeover, warrior, okay? So some of you may hear of a takeover bid or a merge in your career or a restructure, and that's why there's new contracts coming in, okay? That came up briefly there, but I do feel whatever it is that you do, you'll be ahead of the game. I actually see that you are in a really good position of power right now, even though you may feel like you're not. And even if you are currently looking for work and you're, patiently putting your resume out there and trying to find opportunities and you feel you're trying to be very conservative with your finances, there is going to be a change here where the job market opens up a little bit more and there's a wonderful position coming on in that you're going to be very excited about and it helps you reach your financial goals, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a room before we close. We got 3 here. So first off, we got the Sun. Okay, this is victory, but it's also clear vision, achievement, recognition. And for some of you, it may be setting up jobs or opportunities from the home space. So if you're looking to build, a second stream of income, or you're taking a leap of faith to become an entrepreneur and you're setting up at home, it's going to be very, very lucrative. We've also got the Birch rune, which is all about becoming. Okay, things gradually developing for you, birthing new ideas, and things coming to term in terms of success and reward. And finally, I'm loving this. We've got the Gift rune. Now, this really is about fortune. It connects to the Wheel of Fortune, but it's also about divine order, partnerships, people working together, and a gift opportunity being given to you in the next 6 weeks. If you've been having any problems with results, or you've been, you've been focused on any personal issues and you've been neglecting your needs at work, I feel things get resolved in a really positive way so that you can refocus. But I actually see an opportunity that it's like they're showing me like a contract right now, a proposal for something, and it's the right opportunity for you. There'll be an agreement. Obviously, do your due diligence. Page of Swords says be curious about everything that is written in that document, okay? So if someone comes along with an opportunity or a contract, be curious about all aspects of it and how it'll affect you long term. I definitely see it being very lucrative, but yeah, always do your due diligence. Now, they're just showing me something in the mirror. Sorry, I was going to say in the water, but it's in the mirror. Basically, I'm scrying it in the water at the same time as doing a reading, and I'm seeing someone looking in the mirror, okay? And the way I'm seeing it is maybe someone's doing feng shui at the moment or has decided to in order to increase their wealth, because they're also giving me this sense of restructuring the home space or restructuring things and putting the mirror in a place that increases wealth, like doubling your finances. Now, I'm not really au fait with feng shui, so I can't really advise you on how to do that, but I'm seeing someone looking in the mirror and then moving the mirror somewhere else, okay? So because we also got that money tree, and they gave me like the energy of feng shui there as well. Some of you may be actually doing that right now in order to increase prosperity. Well, it's going to be working. If you think about rabbit, it indicates, you know, a lot of multiplying your finances. So I'll leave it there. I hope something does resonate in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn. Love and light.